I got to tell you this story of a friend of mine who I was very good friends with. I thought if I mentioned his name, you know his name. So anyway, one day I'm on Twitter or X, whatever the hell it's called this week, and I noticed that I'm blocked. I said, this must be a mistake. Because sometimes people, friends of mine, have made a mistake and maybe they hit ignore. Anyway, so I emailed him. I said, hey, something I said. And he wrote back something to the effect of that that Palestine is a red line in his world, a red line. And I had traversed the red line by not, I don't know what, not supporting Hamas or daring to maybe see that Israel might have a something to say when it was savagely butchered by Hamas, separate and distinct from the notions of occupation and the West Bank and Gaza. There's a lot of different pieces going on here. There was this, fellow years ago, Eric Bren, remember this on Ed Sullivan with the plate spinning, You've got to be able to handle lots of things. So my friend is no longer my friend because I guess I didn't come out strong enough, or maybe I dared to see it maybe Israel's way. And as far as, I don't know, decrying the fact that it was attacked by this murderous, homicidal, rapacious bunch of terrorist lunatics. Maybe I went too far, because what I tried to tell my friend was, you can say whatever you want. You can try your best to talk about whatever. And I appreciate and respect your opinion. But everybody hates Hamas. I mean, but believe me, people who couldn't find Israel on a map, people who don't know anything about this, hate Hamas. Let me explain this in a moment. But first, let me thank you for watching. Please, you know the drill. You got to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, the likes, and all this stuff. And let me also tell you something we have right now. One of our great sponsors is My Patriot Supply. And right now, the deal of deals, if you go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, you will save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. This is the deal. $200 right off the top by going to preparewithlionel.com. It has a 25-year shelf life, 21 varieties. And if you order by 3 p.m., your time, 3 p.m., you get free shipping. So go to preparewithlionel.com, see for yourself the absolute, the variety of incredible foods that are available, emergency foods. And we're not talking about, that weird kind of, Major Nelson NASA Tang stuff with a little straw. No. No. We're talking actual comestibles, viands, victuals of substance in the event of, God forbid, a disaster that is coming. Preparewithlionel.com. Hurry up. Save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. This is the deal of a lifetime. Okay? Okay. Now, I've got friends of mine like yours, and they're, they mean well, and they're kind of left. And the thing about it is that I'm going to say, look, anytime I see pictures of anybody crying, old women, kids, people in Gaza or the West Bank or anybody who have had members of their families killed, property destroyed, who feel enslaved, I don't care why I feel I don't want to do a Bill Clinton here, but I feel their pain. I recognize this. I get it. I understand it. But what people don't understand also is that they hate Hamas. And have you seen anybody from Hamas, not Palestinians, not West Bank, not Gazans, not Palestinian representative? No. Have you seen anybody from Hamas? Oh my God, this is central casting. if ever, I mean, just look at these folks. Look at, is there any sympathy? No. Do they represent the sheer embodiment of evil incarnate? Just look at that. Look at the mugs on these folks. No. Is there anything sympathetic about Hamas? Not Palestinians now. Remember, there's a lot of separate issues here, which people have a hard time kind of grasping because of the fact that there's a lot of moving parts here. But what they don't understand is people hate these folks. Oh, and by the way, to Mehdi Hassan and whoever it is at MSDNC, basically alleged to have been fired or removed from their lofty perch because of racism. I got news for you, Mehdi. Nobody believes this stuff. In your circles, they, you know, you're going to be applauded at the Oxford Union and, you know, Amy Goodman, and who's great, by the way. I respect her tremendously. But I mean, that crowd just can't get enough of you. But most people don't see it that way. And you're surprised, aren't you? Because you and others, a lot of people don't understand that. But I'm so brilliant. You see, in my circles, this is, we look at Israel as this lumbering bully, that it's an apartheid state, and that Hamas, excuse me, that Gaza, see how I'm doing it? How Gaza is it's an open air, a prison. Actually, I don't know, a prison is wrong because anyway, and that's that, and I believe me, I understand why you're saying that. I understand it, but that doesn't play with most people. When you see Joe Biden standing up and Blinken and Karine Jean-Pierre stand up for Israel like they have, these folks would, these are the same folks who see nothing wrong with puberty blocking and you know, drag shows, and I mean these John Waters dystopian nightmarish. These folks look the other way for rioting. They don't care about anything. But when they come out, you know they got the memo that politically that's the way to go. Because America, I know kind of collectively how these folks think. And they think that Hamas is the bad guy. And they don't, they might say, and if you think, first of all, if you think America even knows the terrain, the geography of Israel, you're out of your mind. They've never looked once at it. They have no idea where it is. They don't know Gaza from a hole in the ground. They don't. West Bank, Gaza. We talk about Hezbollah, Iran, Lebanon. What? Palestinian Authority. Is this like ISIS, ISIL, Daesh, Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, Procol Haram? I mean, just that name. But when they see Hamas, they say, "Oh yeah, it's like those Bin Laden guys. They look like the Al Qaeda folks." They don't try to explain Sunni and Shia and all that. That's what America thinks. So you mean to tell me these kids were at a rave or at a party, and all of a sudden these folks came in, these terrorists, terrorists, on paragliders? And the videos are, oh my God. Real smart there, Hamas, putting out these videos. Real smart. That's what you know, when your soldiers are basically 18-year-old, poor, jobless, hopeless incels, bless their, I mean, let's face it. This is the army you've got. Not good. And that's what America's looking at. Now, I'm not necessarily, and I know my friend is probably, if for some reason he's seeing this, he's going crazy. I made a promise with you a long time ago, if you don't know this. I told you, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to tell you the way it should be. I'm not going to tell you the way it would be if things were nice. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you the way it really is. And when it comes to Hamas, why do you think nobody shows these folks? Have you heard them? Have you listened to them? My favorite is a Baghdad Bob Hamas dude who says things like, terror? No. Paragliders? I didn't hear. At a dance? Are you sure? This guy doesn't know anything. So let me tell you something. In the PR war here, Hamas is done. And if you think the American public is able to differentiate the gradations and the striations and the particular differentiations between Gaza, West Bank, Palestinians, I think Israel, they kind of get this, but how Hamas is not necessarily who do the Palestinians denounce them? Well, but we'll talk about occupation. No. Do you denounce Hamas? There you go, my friend. And all these geniuses on MSD, the Oxford University, Cambridge in the debate. If they don't understand that, they are, as you say in the South, SOL. All right, my friends. Don't forget, please, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget My Patriot Supply. Preparewithlionel.com. Save $200 off a 3-month emergency food kit. Go now. And as we always say, my dear friends, comment as you see fit.